During this pandemic, especially, technology has really helped us to be able to work remotely by keeping physical distancing. But then again, we can also be very productive. But there's also a downside to it where technology and social media, especially, get a very bad rap in terms of the emotional distress that comes with it, your burnout, and there's a lot of distractions from email notifications, working in front of the laptop, the whole day, constant notifications on your phone, from texting to WhatsApp to replying emails and so forth. So, uh, is technology really helping us, or are we going backwards? So, here today we are going to see how technology can help us to create healthy habits and promote our well-being. So, let's see. Have you ever heard about the phrase, there's an app for everything? There is literally an app for everything. Includes reminders, for to-do lists, and counting your calories, there's tracking on your expenses, and so many things. So one of the things that I really love to introduce you is to some of the apps that I find to be very practical, and it's not too much, and it could actually help us in terms of using it in the best way to improve our well-being, especially working from home during this time. One of the benefits why technology can really enhance our well-being, especially our mental health, it's to really be able to help us get this online social support that if given a decade ago, we'll probably be struggling with it. And also, it can help us to build good habits. The behavioral change is one of the most important things in terms of sustainability of lifestyle and feeling healthy body, mind, and spirit. So I would like to bring your attention to the apps that you can actually download on your phone. So a few things that is already existing on your phone is what we call as health apps. Those who are tracking your steps and your sleep, and you even set a timer for bedtime. So one of the things I really enjoy about using an app that's already pre-installed in your phone is the really perfect way to get started. I like to highlight some of the apps that's already pre-installed in your smartphone. So whether you're using an Android or using an iOS, the one thing I really go to is just go to my health app that will track your the steps that you take every day. So I'll try to set to take like 5,000 to 8,000 steps every single day, regardless if I'm exercising or not, and also to set a bedtime reminder so that I get a sufficient 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So this too is already pre-installed in your phone, which makes it so easy to actually get started. I would also like to highlight this really good feature on your smartphone, which is the screen time. So this feature is actually for a child lock or protection or limiting time to use a certain social media. So sometimes after work, you're still pretty much engaged with your smartphone. So one of the things that you're using your WhatsApp and also your Instagram. So it's really good to put like a 2 hours screen time every single day. And once you hit that time, you will actually be not able to use it. So that is a great way to discipline yourself and take your mind off the smartphone. So working from home can sometimes be overwhelming because we do stare into the screen all day long, and there's meetings after meetings, and sometimes we don't even set a boundary for a proper meal time. So it's really important to take a break every 20 to 30 minutes or even after a meeting, your mind off it. So it is good to tune into apps like the Headspace that allows you to do some breath work, just to relax, close your eyes. And you can also tune onto YouTube or any music playlist for some instrumental mental relaxation music. One of the main things to staying productive, focused, is to really stay hydrated besides eating well, right? So what I would suggest is to get a timer set up or a water app that actually gives you a little nudge and reminds you to drink water every 10 to 15 minutes. So of course, putting the water on the side of your working desk is also crucial because that allows you to build that habit. So I really do recommend a water app tracker to get you started. So by the time your habits already build up, you will be able to do that regardless. So how do you make sure you stay active? Especially working from home, it's basically the same as working in the office where you're pretty much sedentary sitting down most of the time. And 90% of your metabolism drops just by sitting 30 minutes in one go. So what I do is that I love to download apps like Strava, or I just use a sports watch to nudge me so that I can actually remind myself to move because certain smartwatch features does that. And also the apps allows me to join virtual runs or virtual challenges like a 100 km run in a month or a walking challenge. So I can also rope in my friends to stay active together. So physically distancing doesn't mean that we are socially disconnected. So besides knowing how technology can help us to improve our well-being, it's also important to take note that too much of staring to the screen, it creates a lot of strain, especially in the eyes, on the neck, your lower back. So it's important to take some breaks sometimes and also be sure because there's a lot of blue light that comes from the screen. So hence it may affect your sleep. So by looking at something green and the nature can actually help you to be mindful about your environment so that it does not make it worse for you, but in fact, it can actually help you. So besides talking about how technology can be beneficial for you to help improve your mental health and your well-being, it's also important to be mindful because as high tech, we also do need high touch. Knowing that by staring to the laptop the whole day long, working can cause some discomfort because there's a lot of straining of eyes and the neck, back pain. So it's important to do some stretching, move away from the screen. And after working hours, do engage in some sort of healthy, active lifestyle, get moving, eat well, and make sure to also unwind 1 to 2 hours before bedtime because the constant blue light that you are getting from the gadgets will actually disrupt your sleep. So in summary, it's very important to be mindful of how to use technology and how to log off sometimes, right? And I'll leave you with these 3 C's, how to tune into your creativity. The number 1 is coloring. I really find it to be very helpful to spend 20 minutes or even just 5 minutes coloring, and it really helps me to relax and stay focused. Number 2 is cooking. I find so much therapy in the lockdown cooking. It's very therapeutic. And the number 3 is actually cleaning. So no better way to declutter your mind than to first declutter your space. So I wish you all a wonderful program and cannot wait to journey this together with you guys.